had a look at the fund Pacific and get into some of these markets. Let's start with Ainslie and gold. Ainslie, a bit of a mixed week for gold last week. Looked like it was going to break out 2 or 3 times, never quite went.
It did. It really. I'll just grab a screen there, Ash. I'll just knock you off. Sorry. And let's pull this screen up because it's really what's really interesting about this, Paul, is that we just hit this monthly pivot and just found no more momentum after that. It tried, and it just didn't go there. There was quite a bit of information coming out regarding bond yields. It flipped around. There was just nothing in the market, despite the rundown that Julian's given us, just nothing in the market to really just sort of give it the kick along. The information that Ash has just shared with us with the COT data and the turnaround and the seasonals, and it's, I like to keep an eye on my seasonals, is that it's about the 9th, 10th that we start to look at a dip in gold before it does its rally. So we've done the first week of July, and then after the first week of July, we start to see the seasonal uptake for July, August, and into September. So they're really key points. But as you can see here on the daily, it really just didn't go. There was nothing that could take it. It's not just head straight into that monthly pivot, the 100 exponential moving average and my 50 exponential moving average. It's still saying it's still looking like it still wants to go north. And I've got to say, on the background of all the information that we've just been delivered with, China's doing this, and the CPIs are coming out. CPIs coming out during the week and on Thursday morning, and all these other bits and pieces that we should be getting quite excited about, as far as, hey, this is causing a push down on the US dollar, and it's going to do all the rest of it. Gold's just sitting here. Gold's being just sitting waiting. And I think we might be really lucky with the whole, apart from being the seasonal buyers, we're going to be, I think we're just going to be starting to look, gold's looking very, very shiny again. Central bank interest has actually started to pick up. So that's another good thing that you always want on your side. And that information came out at the beginning of the week as well, that central banks around the world are definitely becoming a little more interested in gold again, as far as maybe it is something nice and solid with intrinsic value that will hold on. So stand by, let's see. And we're looking for a good close over 18.13. I think on the broadcast group I had a typo there. I had terrible eyes last week and I've typed 18.12, but I'm looking for a stronger move and a good close over 18.13, which is up around this pivot area up in here. So stand by, let's see how we go. And that's it for me on gold, Paul.
Cheers, Ainslie. Interesting. This is where that little bit of professionalism comes in. So seasonally, while we have a big run coming, perhaps a little dip early in the week, perhaps a chance to do some buying early in the week before this, if the seasonal move comes along, to position ourselves for it.
Yeah, look, you can see where it's going. It's just gone sideways. We had that second, that higher low off the bottom of that 1750, and then we've come up, and then we just sort of consolidated. And we, as we always get with a nice move up, we get that consolidation period. And if it comes down a bit more, I'd say, yeah, tuck in, start building into those positions, because if it's going to run and it runs for a while, then we could be good. Now, we've got to get over that monthly pivot, which is obviously providing a lot of resistance at the moment, but stand by, wait one, and let's see how we go.
Yeah, monthly pivot and then 18, 15 horizontal ride. So if we can get a close above those in a decent time frame, she looks all on for young and old, doesn't she? And we'll watch gold. Sorry?
I hope so. Well, I won't be doing anything else in lockdown, as our lockdown looks like it's going to be extended again. And with everything that Lexi was just talking about with the Aussie dollar looking to go south, yeah, we're looking at some severe lockdowns, actually, even down to the point where they're talking about one person going to do the grocery shopping in the family. That's it. We've had police looking in people's shopping bags to make sure it's essential shopping that they're doing. It's really, really
good news. You know, you're not going to look out for too much longer because they're going to move all the rugby league sides out of Sydney to get away from the lockdown. And if they do that, that'll be half your offenders gone.
Yeah, well, after rugby, but yeah, between that and the much awaited Singapore Australian bubble, we've been told travel bubble was bumped. That was going to open next month. Guess what? That ain't happening.
Yeah, I've got plans to be in Singapore in December from New Zealand, and I've got to say, I think even though I get pushed back a couple of months now, I think it's going to get harder. In fact, I think it's going to get harder and harder to travel until we work out whether we're going to try and eliminate it or whether we're going to try and live with it, because we're doing different things, but it's going to be difficult to deal with. Rightio, that is gold for now. We'll have you back for oil, one of the ones that has had an interesting week, really, the oil chart.